Hey, peace and blessings. It's your brother Sorry back with another one. In the hours of the morning, you know what I mean? So, right before time to go to work. So, just trying to get one in real quick. Today, we're going to talk about, you see the title of the video, A Hack to Human Bandwidth and Computing Power. Okay, so what are we talking about with that? So let's say hack the human bandwidth with computing power. You only have so much of an attention span. You only have so much bandwidth as far as things that you can kind of pay attention to or, receive before you start losing data, losing information, or whatever case may be. So, okay, in a previous video, we discussed the imminent climax of knowledge, right? Okay, it corresponds to things such as, uh, your AI singularity, your brain chips, your transhumanism. Like when we say things like that, if you look up words like AI singularity, it's going to say the idea that artificial intelligence will eventually surpass human intelligence. Okay. If you look up words like biodigital convergence, biodigital convergence is the merging of digital and biological technologies, right? So, one of the reasons for the biodigital convergence is to try to keep up with this AI surpassing, you see what I'm saying, people and stuff like that. That's your transhumanism, and the genesis of a lot of that may be like your cosmetic surgeries or whatever case may be, and it's bridging on into implantable technologies and things of that nature. So, you know, it this ties into is the experiential true master, is this a religion? Is this some sort of new funky thought process? Is this some sort of, weird thought process that we're doing? Nah, this is the purpose for why we even trying to process larger amounts of information in a shorter amount of time because it's an impending situation that we're gonna be dealing with in humanity very shortly. So this is a situation where the amount of information, talking about the climax of knowledge, and overall stimulus exceeds the human's ability to process it, right? So and we're nearing that right now. Like I was said on the previous video, the ego is pretty much the only thing. The stories we tell ourselves, the only thing that's allowing us to kind of sustain this now. But it's eventually gonna um, reach a point where it's going to be implantable technologies and things of that nature in order to integrate us with machines in order to help us to keep up, as it were. Um, okay, so if you follow developments in AI and we see how AI has the ability to duplicate several thousand, neural networks. See, this is the thing that it has an edge on humans. Um, because even let's say hypothetically, even if your brain is a more sophisticated computer than any computer a person can come up with or whatever, this right here it outpaces humans. So if you follow the developments of AI, we see how AI has the ability to, let's say, duplicate thousands of neural networks. You see what I'm saying? Each agent acquires information individually, and then they come back together and they can share that information instantaneously to the full network. So it can create 10,000 versions of itself, go out, learn 10,000 different things or whatever, and share that information and harvest that information like that instantly or whatever case may be. So that's hard, that outpaces the ability of humans to do that. Okay, so this will inevitably create a new problem. See, this is another thing that people talk about when they start talking about this. Is several, I think Jeffrey Higgins, Ray Kurzweil, a lot of your AI guys or whatever talk about this type of stuff. This would inevitably create a new problem because no adult genius is going to take orders from a preschooler for too long. So this is that whole situation where you know, we're replaced or exterminated, however that may go. Uh, let's see here. And with the ability to read most of the things that have been written by humans, such as 48 Laws of Power, Machiavelli's The Prince, etc., we would have taught, the AI deception. That's why a lot of your experts say that very same thing, whatever case may be, by reading our material and absorbing, trying to be like us, it will have learned a measure of deception. Okay, so no level, and this is what we getting back to the climax of knowledge. And is this a religion? Is this some sort of new spiritual philosophy? Am I an agnostic or is this a, an atheist doctrine or something like this? Nah, it's an algorithm. You see what I'm saying? Like when we talk about the scientist idea, um, if I'm a scientist, if this is relevant, I'm gonna use this, and then I'm gonna take this helmet off. If I need to know something about 2028, I'm gonna use some astrology, and I'm gonna take that helmet off. And if I need to know something else about something else, I figure that out. I'm not married to any particular thought process. I use them as needed because they are methods. I'm really trying to get to the point where I don't need no method. You see what I'm saying? So you'll be an artist level. See, that's what we're doing. This is not no type of religion. I'm not trying to. Ain't no path to enlightenment in this. You know what I'm saying? Becoming an artist is the closest thing to enlightenment. This ain't about spirit. I ain't got nothing for you as far as spiritual enlightenment. You know what I'm saying? That's you see what I'm saying. This ain't that. You see what I'm saying? This is a method processing information faster, solving problems. This has nothing to do with overall spiritual enlightenment. It implies spiritual things, and there are things that of a spiritual nature in it. But in essence, it's not no type of religion. So back to what I was saying. No level of knowledge will be able to keep up. No level of knowledge alone will be able to keep up with this impending situation. Knowledge is ending. Knowledge is ending. You see what I'm saying? We're about to be faced with something that has the ability to harvest information faster than we can. So knowledge is knowledge is ending. They'll be able to know things that would have taken thousands of years or whatever the case may be. So things are about to start accelerating faster than they've already been accelerating. To keep up with this, we must focus on methods and not just knowledge. You see what I'm saying? Things is changing. Okay, I know people may misinterpret this as some type of belief system or religion. I regret to inform you that this is not the case. Go back to the video on symbols, patterns, and principles. Fact or fiction. When we talk about symbols, patterns, and principles, fact or fiction, we talk about the experiential functions like an algorithm. You see what I'm saying? Using human perception. You see what I'm saying? We talked about how what we are describing on a mental level as an interplay between our conscious and subconscious mind is observable in nature in the phenomena of pressure mediation. It operates the interplay between our conscious and subconscious mind. It operates just similar to how pressure mediation operates in nature. Okay, so in using the so-called algorithm of symbols, patterns, and principles, we get a hack for human attention span and assimilation of data. See, that's what we're trying to get. I don't know about the path to enlightenment. I ain't got nothing like that for you, but this will help me solve problems. So with symbols, we can condense thousands of meanings into one symbol. You see what I'm saying? A symbol can have thousands of meanings. You see what I'm saying? That's a hack for gathering information or whatever. Packing more data in and using less bandwidth. I only got so much bandwidth, and then I'm gonna start to lose information or whatever. But if I take a symbol that can have thousands or tens of thousands of meanings, and I can put it in that bandwidth, I can remember that symbol, and I can have those many associations. Man, y'all go back and read your Carl Jung, read your saying your psychologists that talk about archetypes and symbols and things of that nature. Seeing things not as isolated events, but as patterns, fractals of pattern, speeds up the ability to recognize similarity or difference in a situation and better measure outcome. And seeing the principle allows the visibility of the highest leverage point. What does this thing do? What's the punchline or whatever the case may be? The principle is always your highest leverage point. You can disrupt a pattern or what have you, or whatever the case may be, but the principle gives you the most um, operating space. Okay, so the experiential and true master, again, are not religious philosophies, they're methods. They boil down to methods. Methods like this will have to be developed to keep up with the AI and machines in the very near future. So basically, what this is saying, it's not really like an apocalyptic thing or nothing like that, as far as, like I'm giving you an apocalyptic message, but I'm just kind of really just illustrating the function of this stuff and kind of the reason why, um, in the time that it was developed, I think the reason why certain aspects of it were developed with a level of with some level of urgency or what have you. I mean, This was developed in the 90s, but it's been many people who have been talking about this, what I'm talking about, since the 70s and prior to that. So, yeah, man, a hack for bandwidth and attention span. Um, yeah, man, leave me your comments. You like the material, like and subscribe. Just trying to push one out early in the morning. We'll revisit this whole idea or whatever, but this ties into the whole idea of the climax of knowledge and everything like that. So no, this is not a path to the path to enlightenment. I say peace and love because peace is balance. You see what I'm saying? Love is therapeutic. You see what I'm saying? So peace and love, and I'm sending all that out to all my people out there, whatever, especially my young people who kind of gotta deal with a lot of this. At some point I'm gonna check up out of it, but y'all gotta deal with this. Or a lot of my older guys gonna check up out of this, but the younger people gotta kind of deal with this. So this is more ammunition for you know the young guys. So peace to the gods. Yeah.